Let's take you to the city of Tshwane, where service delivery is failing amid a prolonged SAMWU strike. Some fed-up Tshwane residents are threatening a rates boycott. Waste is piling up in the Pretoria CBD, Attridgeville, Sunnyside and other areas. Zola, Sholwana is visiting a couple of areas in Tshwane. And Zola, you are unearthing or realizing that the city of Tshwane has become a dumping ground. Show and tell.
Yes, indeed, Dudu. What residents are saying on the ground in Attridgeville in particular is that this is no longer a result of SAMWU strike, but, a fight between political parties, and it's really affecting residents that are on the ground and paying rates. Where we are right now is very close to a school called Pelindaba High School, and I just want to be off camera, Dudu, so that you can be able to see that this area has now become a dumping site, with residents saying that they haven't been receiving services, such as waste collection. And the question that they've been asking really to the municipality is that if you are saying workers are back at work, then why is, Pretoria or Tshwane becoming a dumping site? And I'm joined by a gentleman here who's also a resident here in Attridgeville. Sir, thank you very much for your time. I believe obviously this has gotten too far for you as residents, because you have decided to say you no longer will be paying rates.
Yes, greetings to all at home. My name is Tshwane, President of LASCA. We represent all the residents of Tshwane, in particular the townships. We have tried everything in the book to assist the city to collect revenue, to a point that we see there's no point to pay for services that are not rendered. Look at this dump. They claim that they are servicing us, they're igniting with excellence. But now, the city is no longer igniting with excellence. They're igniting with corruption and anger. I don't know. These political parties now are wrestling for power in our expense. So we are saying, let us withhold our rates until these services are delivered, because we can never pay for this. You can see for yourself. The world can see that this is filthy. And they were not receiving any services. If you log what we call the power failure, you don't receive any service from the city. If you call them, they said, no, we're on strike. So we've reached a point where we say, enough is enough. Let's go back to the drawing board. Let's talk about this thing. Let the mayor pay the employees and stop redirecting money to the consulting firms. Because the truth of the fact is that there is a consulting firm in the city of Tshwane that is running our city. So it is very sad state of state that this consulting firm is now receiving money instead of employees. So we are stuck as residents, and we cannot allow this to continue indefinitely. DA-led coalition, since its arrival in 2016, it's running the capital city to the ground. The brand Tshwane has been tarnished. So we cannot allow, number one, to be bullied, to be abused by the consulting firms. Those are capitalists, and we cannot allow that. Let the city run itself like it did before. Let them pay those employees, and we are warning the employees as well. If they reinstate, to stop billing us incorrectly. Stop disconnecting our people. Look at the situation now. You've been enjoying disconnecting people. You've been enjoying abusing us while in your tenure before the strike. Now, the mayor has come, is doing what he's doing now to you. We are in your corner as the organization.
So, sorry to cut you there. Now, during the SAMWU strike, the city would say the reason why service delivery has been affected in most parts of Tshwane is mainly because they don't have a lot of personnel on the ground. When you communicate with them this time, what is the reason for this?
They are ducking and diving. Let me tell you the honest truth. I'm talking from the point where I'm sitting with the fact sheet. The city is redirecting money to the contractors and consulting firms. It's not using its workforce. So they should pay their workforce, in-source people, so that they can have a stable city. The city is not stable because they're redirecting those funds to those people, because they own part of those companies. The billing system in Tshwane is collapsed because it is in the hand of that consulting firm. And these officials from credit control and revenue consultants are partly to be blamed. Actually, they are part and parcel of this whole mess that we are in today. So it's just lies that they are feeding you, because they don't no longer know what to say, because all what they need to do is to provide us with services. They do have money to provide for services.
We also understand that the CBD in particular has also turned into a dumping site, you said.
In front of Tshwane House, in front of their building, in front of their offices. it's a mess. Our city is filthy. They know for sure what we're talking about. The CBD, I mean, imagine the capital city looking like that. All the embassies. The only thing that is bothering us is that in townships where they stay, this day-led coalition, MACO, they hire private companies to escort this waste removal trucks to go in. But in townships, they don't do that. I don't know why I would treat it like subhumans. Now they are busy collecting revenue. They're implementing Tshwane. Instead of collecting revenue now, they just want our money. They're on a looting spree. But trust me, all the residents of Tshwane now know, because we've got affiliates in all 7 regions of Tshwane. We are waiting for them. If they want to come and disconnect, we are waiting for them, because many of these metro cops are not vetted. I spoke to Safety and Security MMC Grandi. He did confirm that these criminals are escorting criminals. So we are going to put a stop to this. Until they start servicing us, then we'll start paying them. It's not that we are refusing to pay, but what are we paying for? For nothing, no services.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, Dudu, what we are seeing here is residents who are fed up of paying for services that they are not receiving. You'd understand that from the beginning of the SAMWU strike, services have been affected in the city of Tshwane. In most areas, there's been issues of water, waste collection, and also electricity. Now, these residents are saying, if you're saying there's no longer strike and workers have been reinstated to work, then why are we not receiving services? Why are we not seeing municipal personnel on the ground collecting waste? Because right now, by the look of things, the city of Tshwane has now turned into a dumping site. Back to you in studio.
Okay, thank you very much, Zola, Sholwana, for that report.